don't slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with it, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Good. Right there. Mike 58, right there. Who that? Tighten up.
A first carry for the Hall of Famer. It's Walter Payton. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the 25 on second down, Murray flushed out right, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and now it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Flush to his right. That's caught by his running back, Dillon. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The fake punt gets him 13 yards, a huge play on special teams. It's a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Murray off play action. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Antoine Randall, the intended receiver. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half the second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That'll be caught by McAllister. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pick. Of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Antoine Randall, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And the run of the jet sweep. This is Jeffrey. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They go play action here on 1st down. This is the tight end Fant. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 57 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Keith Bullock gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Murray now. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Ndamukong Suh. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Dancing to his left. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey there to make the grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Garoppolo now. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Running right, here's McAllister. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Casper. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To throw is Garoppolo. Flushed out right. He'll get that to develop the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They run. Anderson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running back.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD with that incompletion. Let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think of the biggest 4. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working San Francisco and New Orleans, but to me that's the number 1 game because the number 1 seed in the NFC will be determined that week for that moment. Okay, the winner of that becomes the number 1 seed. I think the number 2 game, Seattle at the Rams, because Seattle's trying to maintain pace with San Francisco or become the number 1 team in the NFC West. And the Rams have to have it if they have any designs on making the playoffs. The number 3 game, Baltimore at Buffalo. Buffalo's announced its presence. That big win on Thanksgiving Day over Dallas. But Baltimore's the hottest team, the best team in the league over the last 8 weeks. And then you finish up Kansas City, New England. How is that the number 4 game?
I know.
Hard to believe, but it is in this instance.
Flush to his right. Murray fighting, lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Open man, it's Randall L. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's Just go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reggie White, what a force. Got back there for the sack. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long? Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Broncos are going to get it at the 20. On first down, Dillon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Forced out to his left. And his throw here is incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now Murray. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
To throw on second and 6, Garoppolo. And he slings one that's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. Murray has the first down and more. And down to the 19-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. That gets him a first down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
You see me? They can't stop me out here.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. Now Murray has it stripped. We've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ndamukong Suh able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He can. Oh, no, he lost the football. He leaps over him.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Murray going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Alshon Jeffrey. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points.
And now Garoppolo lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
as they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ndamukong Suh bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. To try again after the sack. Murray eluding the pressure right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Antoine Randall there to make the grab. And the Broncos using a short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Again to Anderson here out of the gun. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Reggie White. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Running right, here's Dillon. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Play fake. Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
They're on 26-yard line.
12.
One final try now for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs on the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest, though. I'm forgetful.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Here we go, Steve. Here I come. Let's go.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Ingram. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Elway. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Running right, this is Ingram. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Here we go. 50-yard.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. Now they'll throw it with Elway. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now it's Elway. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Call it 7 yards on the carry. It's a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Forced out. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Come on, set. 30 base. You draw Corker.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Ingram. And they'll get this down to the 10. We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Draw play. Ingram now. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Elway throw. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Elway. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Look at me. Go. Shoot.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elway. And he finds Stills, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Elway. Being chased out left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the 3/4 pole?
It is the quarter pole, and we get to thank our NFL reporter, Randy Moss, who also has a great background in the sport of kings, for letting us know that's one of the most misused terms in that sport. It is the quarter pole, right? Where they headed for the home stretch is what he also said about it. I can't wait to see how this thing ends.
Well, we got New England and Baltimore, the top 2 seeds in the AFC, Seattle and New Orleans in the NFC. You think it stays that way at the end?
I think it's going to be a heck of a battle. I think Baltimore, yes. New England's going to get a battle from Buffalo, but I think they're going to stay in the spot. Seattle, they're going to battle San Francisco. They're just going to trade it back and forth, and it's going to come down to Week 17, I believe, to decide that one. And New Orleans, yes, they will retain a top 2 spot.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Dillons.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
On second down, Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
On first down, Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Buying time to and a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A game there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 17 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Now Elway on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
It's complete. Stills. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. It's Eckler again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Mahomes. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year, who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right? Yep. They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina. And then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. Their win over Philadelphia, even though it was at home. Could those wins for those teams be the death knell for the teams that lost? The Jets, we're not going to talk about them anymore. Carolina, they still thought maybe a late run could put them in the playoff race in the NFC South. And then how about Philadelphia? But they're not out of it.
No.
They still control their destiny. If they win out, they go 9-7 and win the NFC East.
Yeah, because they're just one game back of 6-6 Dallas. Flush to his right. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Elway steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Now Elway on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Running on 1st down, Eckler. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. Forced out to his left. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Now here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A.J. Green there to make the grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are, almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's end...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumping. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like,
y'all came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. Yeah. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go. 50, plant.
Check, block 54, block 54. Second turn.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Draw corker. Receiver. Hey, you're on the nice.
On second down and 4, Young. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Ebron caught left side. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Now Young, flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. From the 38, Young.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Steve Young. His throw at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get
get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And again, it's Ingram.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Ingram. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal.
This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On play action, Aikman sliding out of the pocket. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. There he goes right side. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. First down, a run with Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. On 2nd down, here's Aikman. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Following the interception, Young. It's caught, Cooper. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now on 2nd and 13, Young. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Landry, the intended target.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Check. 61, matchbox, white. And 2.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And the pass complete, this one to Danny Amendola. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Aikman will throw.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Tyus Bowser drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. To throw is Aikman. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard, Young. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. With that incompletion, I want to revisit some playoff talk. We talked about the top 2 seeds, but let's break down the AFC playoff picture. Ravens and Pats on top. If the season ended, we'd be looking at the Bills in the 5 spot and the Steelers. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Now on 2nd and 13, Young. He's got it to Ingram, complete. It's a gain of 35. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that, but that...
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. The touchdown all set up by the big play, 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive? And the Broncos get there and take him down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. On 3rd and 1, it's Aikman. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. So we've reached halftime here in a low-scoring affair. 6-0 is our score. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Being chased out left. And he's got a man. It's T.O. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. On second down, it's Hill. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They run. This is Cohen. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now Aikman. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll run forward to Tariq Cohen, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Steve Young. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Young now. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw, Young. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Throwing on 2nd and long. Young, he's going to rifle one deep left side. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Third and long for Young. And he finds Danny Amendola. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Welcome back live to Orlando. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Young. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Young now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Young to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Throwing. Young. Oh, and now Young here throwing another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. They go play action now. Aikman. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On 3rd down, Aikman. Buying time to his left. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Throwing on 2nd down. Young. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Here's Young. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Mark Ingram in the final minute. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Now Young. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll roll him out right. They'll get this one complete to T.O. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. To throw on 2nd and 10. Young. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Trying to get it to Landry there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Young. Going deep here for Landry. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. He was looking for Landry that time. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, a little drop.